Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Melissa and this is a reading for the overall energy surrounding the Capricorn runner. So I decided to begin creating videos based on each of the 12 zodiac signs. So for instance, this video will be specific to the Capricorn runner, and the next video that I create will be the Capricorn chaser. So this allows a person to break down where they're at within their journey based on whether or not they're the runner or the chaser. And so what we're here to do is we're here to understand the dynamics between these two experiences. And so that's why I decided to begin creating these videos. So this is for the Capricorn runner, who is also referred to as the masculine energy. So I may refer to them as either the Capricorn or the masculine. I'm just getting used to the wording runner and chaser. I just thought it would be, for some people, it may be easier for them to understand as opposed to the masculine and the feminine, because the masculine and feminine is very much connected to the twin flame community. And I feel like the terminology twin flame really limits many people because while there's many reasons why this community has caused so much confusion as to like what the actual experience is pertaining to the twin flame union. So basically there are many different relationships that we have over the period of one lifetime. And for some people, there's a group of people who have incarnated to have the twin flame experience. And these people have had many lifetimes where they have been with their divine counterpart, their other half. So a twin flame is basically two humans who share one soul. And so those people who have incarnated within this lifetime have come here to be a major part of shifting the collective energies. And the reason why they play such a very important role is because the lessons that they go through between one another is a lot more, it's fast-tracked. It's been difficult for me to find words lately. I'm sure it's because of Mercury retrograde. But anyways, and I guess, it's really kind of pointless for me to like, oh, it's been difficult for me to word things lately. It must be because of the Mercury retrograde. And that's the other thing I was thinking about, like within the spiritual community, those who are into astrology, which I am. I went off. I'll get back to my original topic. But anyways, it's like kind of starting to practice where we're not like basing our feelings on a specific astrological transit. Yes, Mercury is retrograde, but it's only us constantly acknowledging, oh, it's Mercury retrograde, or I've been noticing my communication to be, it's not as clear. I'm not speaking as clearly. Oh, it must be Mercury retrograde, and I feel like by doing that in many ways, we limit ourselves and then basically we create that. It's by doing that, we create that. And so that's just something to be mindful of. It is nice to have the forecast. It's to have like kind of an idea as to what's going on within the cosmos and the energies and how it's affecting us. But it's also important to not put too much emphasis on that. So yeah, so the twins are two souls, or two humans who share one soul, and they came here, and for lifetimes upon lifetimes they've incarnated together, and together they're learning these lessons, but it's from a more challenging it's a more challenging experience, because they're two humans who share one soul energy. And with that, there's going to be an amplification of the experience, because I am going to not just be experiencing the world around me through my human eyes, but I will also be experiencing the world around me through my divine counterparts' eyes. So it's the matter of understanding the part that I play within this human experience, and not being negatively affected by the role that my divine counterpart is playing within their human experience. It's about being very physically grounded here in this moment, and living your life as one single person, one human who yeah, I kind of lost my track there, but basically not to be pulled in and not be attached to the other person. Because often what happens, because of the patriarchy, the societal system we live in, it teaches us to take our attention off of ourselves and put it onto the external world, and so that's just been it's been a common theme over many lifetimes, to separate oneself from oneself and put all their care and attention on another person. And by having this twin flame experiences and not being able to actually be in physical long-term union with your twin, because the program was designed for you to not be able to have that until you've leveled up, until you've transitioned and transformed into the truest version of yourself. It's about being in alignment and connected to your higher power, and receiving that energy, receiving that energy and integrating it, and moving the source universal life energy through oneself, and taking that energy and expanding it outwardly. Okay, so this is for the Capricorn runner, and this reading isn't for you to focus and fixate and spy on them. It's about you seeing what the energies from a different perspective, right? I don't want you to be attached to this message. I just want you to be to observe, to try to understand, to put things in, like I said, in a different perspective, because we're all in this together, and we're all having our own challenges, and if we can be empathetic and understanding towards the other person who's also going through the same things, then ultimately this is going to help us increase our vibration, our energetic imprint within the collective. Okay, so Capricorn runner. So right now they're in the process of gathering their strength. They've been on this very long journey, and they're over the course of this time, they've been through many trials and tribulations, and they've had many different experiences, and they have learned many lessons. But right now, the one thing that they're in the process of learning is letting go. So it's right now, it's about their ego. They're trying to defend themselves. You know, it's like they've become slightly rigid. And this is common for Capricorn. They can be rigid at times. So they're very much focused on working or, you know, fine-tuning details. I think that's probably one of the reasons why they're not open to they're not quite ready to communicate, because they're still working through some things and they're still in the process of building. And it's been causing a lot of anxiety. They're exhausted. You know, they just want to get there. They just would love to just be in the future. But they're, you know, there's this process that they have to go through. This has to do with them surrendering and just accepting defeat, and stop trying to defend themselves, and stop trying to, it's like they're taking this stance based on, like, what is this stance based on? Why are they taking this stance? Why is it important that the Capricorn runner approach it this way? So the Capricorn runner was dealing with someone, they were being dishonest, or someone that they were dealing with was being dishonest. Actually, now I'm hearing that they were being dishonest with themselves. So they felt the connection with this other person. This other person was, you know, they inspired them. So the chaser inspired them, and welcome, the chaser caused them to feel alive. They were uplifting and encouraging, and it was a very strong, passionate connection with, and spiritual too. And so what happened in the past between the Capricorn runner and their chaser was that someone was being dishonest. And what Spirit said is this person was the runner. They were being dishonest with themselves. And the reason why is because they were caught up in their emotions. They were caught up in in their ego. They didn't feel worthy. They didn't feel strong enough. They weren't grounded. They had all these emotions, and they were just stressed. So this is why they were unable to be with the chaser. And now they're having, they're seeing things differently now. It's been an eye-opener for them. That's what Spirit wants to say. It's been an eye-opener for them. I think it's because they didn't realize that there could be such a strong connection. And, but when the chaser, when the runner was introduced, they didn't know how to deal with it. And so this is partially why they were dishonest, because they didn't know how to express themselves. They were already in the process of focusing on something else. But they acknowledge the connection that they have. Like, they know that they have this connection with their chaser, but they just weren't sure. And now that they've had this experience, now that they've gone through this darkness, I'm like, help me speak clearly, Spirit. Like, help me like get this out. I feel like it's like, and normally the way I speak is a lot, there's more flow, and I'm like, ah. But anyways, practice makes perfect. So right now, it's just like, give the runner some space. Let them process everything. Don't communicate to them. Leave them be. Like, if you're the chaser watching this video, please just let them be. They're doing their thing. Be patient, because it's showing that they are going to contact the chaser, but they're still needing to become balanced. They're still working through some things that happened in the past. They're in the process of still letting go. So my suggestion would be to the chaser that they just like have faith, right? In divine timing, when the time is right, they will receive communication from the runner. And here that's indicated by this. So in the meantime, continue gathering your strength. Continue focusing on your life's purpose, because they're doing the same. They're already focused on having a new beginning. Well, I think they're past the point of that. Like, honestly, I think they're already doing what they need to do. They're on the next level, because it's not showing any new beginnings. It's showing like, it's literally showing like, boom, we're here, it's happening, you know. But right now it's just them adjusting everything. And part of it's their emotions. Part of it is their confidence. So this is what they're working on right now. They're working on becoming confident, self-assured. They're cultivating their passion and excitement and enthusiasm, and they're also feeling into their emotions. So when the time is right, they will come through and contact the chaser. But as of yet, they're not quite ready. So right now here, this is saying have faith, trust, and focus on you being balanced and you being grounded and taking action. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for being here with me and sharing your energy, and much love, and I'll keep in touch. Bye.